Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to talk to you about the new tournament mode, the new skins added, and all the little random stuff that Sakurai did do in the new patch, which a lot of people are just not really enjoying that much. Me included, I'm not enjoying much of these. Tell me if you like the new patch, tell me if you don't like it, and let's just get this started. So, to get started off, let's talk about the skins. So, with the skins, Sakurai seemed to have, or not really the skins with the custom, I don't remember what they're, the custom costumes. Sakurai seemed to just pick the top people on the voting and just make them into costumes instead of making them into characters. Now, he could, of course, later on make like a King K. Rool character, but after making a costume for him, I really don't think it could happen. Same with Lloyd Irving, which I also really wanted. I don't think they'll make a costume for him either. Chrom, of course, they won't make a character. Chrom, of course, probably isn't going to be a character. They're pretty much just sealing in the nail in the coffin. Now, they might make these people actually characters, but it is kind of a little troll. Just something that I don't really feel like they should have done because it made a lot of people angry. At least a lot of people are thinking the way I am, is that they just won't make these characters anymore just because they're in the costume form. I know that there are the costume like helmets like Meta Knight and Samus, and then the costume like Link, but those people were already announced to be in the game. They weren't already costume and then announced to be a character. So as far as right now, I think that we probably won't be getting these characters, which is kind of hard to know. I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, I guess that means that we have a lot more characters, and maybe they'll give us these costumes for pretty much all the characters that we wanted. It's really not the best, because you want the character, you don't want a me costume, but for some people I guess it could quite kind of do. But other than the costume, there were a few buffs, a few nerfs. They kind of nerfed Sheik. I really don't understand the nerf way too well from what I read from the patch notes. They buffed Zelda a little bit, and they buffed Robin by giving her a throw, like a combo connect after her throw, so down throw into something. And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the main things. They also made Captain Falcon a little bit weaker, which a lot of Falcon mains are being a little bit upset about. It's not really that bad of a nerf, it's like 1%, and then a little bit less time your back air's hitting, and a few percent on that also. So it is just a little nerf, but they feel like the higher tiers have been nerfed a bit more, but you know, you really can't have the best of everything. So those were the little nerfs and little just things about the patch overall. But now I want to talk to you about the tournament mode, and this thing. The tournament mode is the thing that made me hate Nintendo so bad yesterday. Now, I don't know if I just don't know the settings right, or I don't know if I'm just not doing something right, but this tournament mode was not what I expected. So, of course, you can pick your map that you want to play on, you can pick kind of the format, and you can pick stocks and stuff like that, but in your private tournaments, what goes on is that you essentially pick if you want to do first to the amount of wins you set, or first to the amount of points you get. I don't really understand the points, but there's no like single elimination, no double elimination. You can't do those in your custom tournaments. They have to be more like Mario Kart, which I guess is okay, but at the same time, whoever just plays more often pretty much wins. It's not really who's better, it's just who plays more often, and that can kind of really ruin your tournaments. I wanted to do some tournaments, I started a few with my name, but the best people won't always win. It's just the people that play the most and get the most wins. Now, you can set it that you can only play like 5 times per day, so really that can help a little bit, but at the same time, it's just not single elimination, not double elimination, not the type of thing we really want. Now, other than that, also, I haven't been able to figure out a way to set it anything but free-for-all 4-player. Now, I don't think anybody wanted that. I don't know if you can change that, I don't know if it's just me, but I've joined like 3 or 4 different ones, I made one of my own. I couldn't find a setting to change it off of that, so you have to like, pretty much only 2 people can join the tournament at a time to do the 1 vs 1, which is what everybody wants to do all the time, because 1 vs 1s are just the funnest, at least in my opinion. So, and this is as far as a competitive standpoint, just so you all know, because I'm a little bit more competitive, so I wanted a competitive one. If you're doing this just for fun, that's actually pretty fun, but competitively, it's not very fun. So what you have to do is have only 2 people join ever in your tournament match, wait, have that one start, and then have another 2 people join. Now this is really hard because you can't really tell when 2 people are in, and you don't really just want to leave and then wait like 5 minutes for like the chance that 2 people might not be in already. It's a mess if you want to do 1 vs 1s. Pretty much, you cannot do 1 vs 1s. Also, for some reason, Nintendo decided that they wanted to make the items automatically on, and it didn't follow your item switch. And every time that you make the tournament, once again, you have to turn the items off. You have to change the stages all over again. You have to do this every single time you do a tournament. And it's just really not that fun. The tournaments that you can make by yourself just aren't that fun. They used the type of thing pretty much from Mario Kart, which did work really well in Mario Kart. That was one of the funnest things that I had played in Mario Kart. But once you kind of move that over into Smash Bros., if you're competitive, if you like the 1 vs. 1s, if you like single and double elimination, or at least Swiss, something like that, it kind of just ruins it a bit, because I expected something like that. I expected, like, the other mode that I'll be talking about, the other tournament mode, I expected that to be private, but fortunately, you can't make that private. There's also a few other gripes that I have with this, but I don't really know them exactly or how to explain them, so let me just get onto the Nintendo-oriented tournament mode. This is the one when you go in and then you press, like, I don't remember if it's Nintendo or just tournament once again in the bottom left corner, and then you'll be in the Nintendo-sponsored tournament type of things. Now, these, there's not enough, first off. There's only, well, like, pretty much, there's not enough that start quickly. You have to wait like 20 minutes to get one of these started. And that's pretty much for everything. That's for all the 1 vs. 1s at least. For the free-for-alls, nobody joins the free-for-alls. They're almost always open, and just nobody picks them. But for some reason, there's a ton of free-for-alls, and nobody picks them. I don't know why they even have so many. Maybe they'll change it later. Maybe they'll add more 1 vs. 1s. For Glory, that's pretty much all people want to play. Maybe the customs. And as far as customs, I haven't really tried it way too much, but I'm thinking, I have tried it at least for fun, because that's all I could get into without waiting 20 minutes. Your custom stats also apply. So pretty much I went full attack Ganondorf, went like plus 20 in my match, because it was a free-for-all of like points match time, because it was for fun, and then I just easily won the tournament. It was so dumb, because you could use custom Ganondorf, full attack, kill everybody in one hit. It's really dumb. I don't know why the customs allow you to use that. And, of course, you can't make your own little Swiss tournament or single elimination tournament, so you can't just, like, fix that in your own tournament. So, it's really annoying. Also, the for fun modes on these, you know, they're okay. They're, like, okay fun, but if you were playing for fun, why would you want to play in a tournament? A tournament is for non-fun. Like, it's fun for, players that want to be competitive, but if you're casual and you lose, it's just not very fun to be in a tournament. Like, you don't really test your skill or anything, you just want to have fun. So I don't really understand the purpose of a for fun tournament. In my eyes, it seems like most people that play for fun would just go to the for fun mode, or play with their friends like they always have been, so why have a for fun tournament? Like, who's gonna play that? It's all a mess. Also, a thing that I really hate about it is that sometimes on custom 1 vs. 1 or just custom matches, it'll allow some of the maps, like half of them. It'll allow like Luigi's Mansion and like Battlefield, all these random maps, some competitive maps and some ones that aren't competitive at all, but it bans a few maps, and I think they're like the worst maps though, but still it's weird. Like, why do they ban all the, like, why don't they ban all the bad maps and keep just the competitive maps for 1 vs. 1s? Why don't they just have it be yeah, pretty much that, just make so you can use the competitive maps. That's just all I want, really. So, an annoying thing, back to the private matches, you can't pick your match. You either have to go to choose, which pretty much the two crap will happen, or you have to choose the random setting, so that every time the players in the game won't know what map they're playing on, so they can't really counterpick their characters. It's really, really annoying. But also something that I have to talk about in the Nintendo-oriented tournament mode is that there is only pretty much the ones, in my opinion, are the 1 vs. 1 for Glory. There are not even close to enough of them. They're obviously the most played. Takes way too long to join them. Also, for some reason, it's 3 minute 2-stock. Who thought that you could beat it in 3 minutes? And then it's just whoever has the most, the least damage, I think, or the most damage on the opponent. At the end, that's just who wins. But this promotes camping so much. Like, if you only have to camp for 3 minutes, you only have to hit them a few times. Imagine how well Sonic is going to do. He can just run around, hit you a few times, maybe take off a stock, and never attack again. They can't do anything about it, because Sonic, that's just, like, as we saw with Static Manny during EVO, there's not really much you can do. You can easily stall with Sonic, and if it's only 3 minutes, that's, like, no time to easy to stall in that amount of time. It's just, oh. And finally, pretty much, it's just playing 1 vs. 1 for Glory over and over and over again, and just, as far as I've been playing, there really aren't that much like players. It's pretty much like playing for Glory. So overall, should you use the tournament mode in the way that it is right now? I really do not like this tournament mode at all. I hope that they do add single elimination to private. If they did that simple thing, single elimination, have it start at a certain time, this would be an amazing tournament mode. I would completely love it if they did that in private. That one simple addition would make the game really fun for me and really fun for streamers, and just make it a very good, like, pretty much just make it good overall. But as the way that it is, it's just not that great. I'd recommend go back to your Smash boards, go back to everything like that, and just find tournaments like that. Thank you guys for watching though. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.